Dr. Nintendo here. Now, Christmas has always had a special place in my heart, and I really enjoy it. You get to spend it with friends and family. Kids are out of school. Usually I have a little extra time. That means more time for gaming. And best of all, you can share it with the ones you love. For me, it always comes back to Mario. It's one of my favorite franchises by Nintendo, and it definitely brings me back.
Super Mario World. It comes only as part of the system it was created for, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the next generation from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, super power.
Now, I remember sitting around and playing this game for hours. On Christmas, it feels like everything's closed, and we'd pop that in, and we'd often try to see if we could speed rush it, if we could beat it in one sitting, and it was just hours of fun. I make sure that I sit down with a plumber at least once a year and beat this game. I really enjoy it. Now, everyone remembers their first time getting Yoshi. The idea of riding a dinosaur as a kid was just amazing. Going back to the red levels for a second time, trying to find that hidden goal, and you can't forget the cape. It's the raccoon suit on steroids. Nowadays, if we speedrun, we might cheat a little bit and just fly through the whole level to get it done real fast, but I still like going through and experiencing all that Super Mario World offers. Unlike a lot of modern games, Super Mario World for me is classic. It's ageless. It does hold up with time. The colors are awesome. The sprites, everything's really detailed. It has that true like Mario Nintendo feel. I can't get enough. I pack up my Super Nintendo, bring it over to the family, plop down, and play some Super Mario World. It's pretty awesome. The last game I'm going to talk about really isn't a game, it's more of a series. Retro USB puts out a brand new NES title every year, and I love collecting them. I get one each year, bring it over for Christmas, try it out. Usually they're a short game or they're like a remake. This year was my favorite. It was kind of like an Invaders clone or spin-off. It was a vertical shooter. You're Santa. I really love the 8-bit sounding music that it plays. Also how the cart lights up. It gives me something to look forward to every year. I highly recommend playing these games and picking them up if you have the chance. They're usually not too expensive. Best of all, they use new PCB boards, so there's no games that were harmed in the making of them. And they look really cool. Now I want to hear from you. What are some games that you play at the holidays, or games that make you think about the holidays? Make sure you leave a comment. I asked this to some of my close YouTube buddies, and this is what they had to say.
Hey Internet, what's going on? Russ Lyman here, and it's the Christmas season. We're just hanging out playing some games for the holiday season. One of my favorite games I like to play is Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. It's also one of my favorite Christmas movies. I just recently watched it for my birthday at the movie theater. It does take place during Christmas time and there's plenty of snow, so I thought, why not? Batman Returns is a cool beat-em-up game, and it pretty much follows all the story from the actual movie, and it has all the scenes with Catwoman and Penguin in it. It's super! Seeing this opening scene on the Super Nintendo made me really think back to the movie. The graphics were fantastic, and it looked like I was watching the movie. It brought me back to why I love Batman so much. Seeing the cover art at the store made me really want to pick up the game and play. It looked awesome. The game opens up much like in the movie, with the Red Triangle Circus Gang attacking people of Gotham City around the holiday time. I just love the minor details they have of the snow falling from the sky and people running away while Batman's saving the day. One of the other fun features I enjoy in the game is you could grab foes and throw them into the background, into the windows or buildings. I thought it was a great mechanic.
Santa Lion-O, so high.
The first level boss is much like in the movie, where the clown was attacking Selina Kyle and Batman came to rescue her. It is a great go-to game if you're looking for a fun beat-em-up, and I always enjoy looking at the scenery throughout the levels because it's themed around the holiday.
I know, cut it out.
Look at sexy Kevin.
How's it going, everybody? So we're doing this special video with Russ and the Nintendo Doctor, and we're trying to have some fun. We decided on two series that we always play during the holidays, and I'm sure my brother mentioned that I'm gonna be playing one of the games in the other series that he talked about. What I'm gonna be talking about is Call of Duty. That's what we play during the holidays, during Thanksgiving, during Christmas, and during New Year's. What we do is we have our two PS3s, you know, in the past. Now we have PS4s. We don't know when we're going to set that up, especially since we're on our way to California tonight. But gathered PS3s, 4 of them, set them up in the front house, drive my mom and dad crazy and everybody else that's around. And for the most part, what we do is we play zombies. Zombies is just really fun with 4 people. I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest of players. I think our cousin Undead Sickness, he gets up there. I think on Die Rise he got up into the 60s, around 60s or 70s or something. I'm sure he'll correct me. And my brother was like top 1,000 or top 700 at one point on Nuketown at first. Whenever it first came out, he got up to like round 35, I think, or something like that. So we just really enjoy doing that, and it brings us all together. You know, it's usually them two and myself, so Bubba, Undead Sickness, myself, and 2 other friends for the most part would come over. Their friends, JD and Isaac, or my little sister's boyfriend, and even her, she gets in on the zombie action. But yeah, these are just games that you can play with a lot of people, and they're really fun. So as far as the story mode goes, I have beat all of them on veteran. That's the only difficulty I'll play them on, because I don't find them challenging on the other settings or whatever. For whatever reason, I just find them a little too easy, and that's a little weird because on multiplayer I get my ass kicked, but you know, on the story mode I have to do it on veteran because otherwise it feels too easy. My favorite, I would have to say, as of right now, overall it's Call of Duty Black Ops, the very first one. Close second, Black Ops 2. Zombies, I think Black Ops 2 is the one I like the most as far as zombies go. But the story mode, this one actually kind of surprised me. I just got goes for the PS4, and I really like the story. I think that's my favorite one so far. You know, a lot of people get caught up on the multiplayer part of it, on the graphics part of it, and I can tell you that the graphics are a lot better on the PS4 than they are on the PS3. I'm not gonna get into the PS4 and the Xbox One because I think they're pretty similar, and they're not. This isn't really a game to judge that on. So as far as the story mode goes, you know, the story behind it or whatever, I really enjoyed it, and I can honestly say that it's my favorite out of the whole bunch. I never played the Modern Warfare series very much, so when I played this one, it was just like, meh. The survival mode is really fun on it, and my brother and I played that, and we got to a pretty high round. I can't remember what, and also played it with my cousin. So overall, Call of Duty games have some areas where they're really fun, and I think out of out of all the games, I can pick something that I don't really like, except for Black Ops. Black Ops, all around, the story and the multiplayer I really enjoyed, and then of course the zombies. I didn't play as much on that one, but after a while we went back and I started playing a little more. So anyways, before I start rambling on, that is one series that we really enjoyed playing during the holidays, and the other my brother did. So hope you guys enjoy. Thank you, Nintendo Doctor and Russ, for doing this with us. Really hope you guys enjoy, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So everybody, I guess we'll catch you in 2014. Until next time, game on.
What's up guys, BerButtChicken here, bringing you the games that I enjoy playing during the holiday season. So let's jump right in. I chose these games because we've pretty much made it a tradition to play these games every holiday season in this house, and we just love playing these games, and I'm kind of going to explain why slowly and thoroughly so it can kind of sink in your guys' heads, because I know it's taken me a while to kind of understand why I like these games so much. So it's kind of my goal to kind of tell you guys why I like them so much. And the games I chose were Uncharted. Not just Uncharted 1, not just Uncharted 2, but all three of them. And this all goes back to probably 3 years ago when I first got these games. You guys have already heard this story, but I'm just going to kind of go through it again. After all, it's the main reason why we play these games every Christmas year, you could say, because I think we play these games every holiday of the year, but mostly Christmas, because that's when the family is all together usually. So my brother came down from Texas about 3 years ago, super excited about playing the first two Uncharted's, and he was kind of trying to get me into them, but I was pretty much addicted to Call of Duty at the time, and that's all I wanted to play. But I gave it a chance. He told me if I played the first 2 chapters of the third one, he'd buy me Uncharted 1 and 2, and if I liked those, he'd give me Uncharted 3. And, well, he didn't really say it like that, but that's pretty much what he ended up doing. And I played the first 2 Uncharted's all through Thanksgiving break, because that's when he came down and showed me Uncharted 3, and that's when I thought, yeah, get me Uncharted 1 and 2. And I pretty much played those 2 games all through Thanksgiving break. And after that, I decided I'll give them another chance and play them again. After I gave this a second run through, I thought to myself, there's so much treasures and trophies that I can get that are simple enough for me to do without having to look up 100 playthroughs and get platinum on this game. But for some reason I felt really drawn to Uncharted 2. Not because, well, actually because, not because, but because this game is just amazing. The artwork is amazing. The characters are amazing. I connected with pretty much all of them. I understood where they all come from and what's going on. And not only that, but the boss. I think the boss is probably the baddest out of all 3 of the Uncharted that have come out yet. And I thought this game was just amazing. So, between the vacation that we had from Thanksgiving to Christmas, I platinumed this game. I went back, I got all the treasures, I got all the hard stealthy trophies, and I passed this game on crushing. And after I did that, I pretty much made it my goal to do the same for these 2 games, Uncharted 1 and 2. First, I platinumed this game, and when I got platinum on this one, I had to platinum both Uncharted 1 and 2, and I felt like I needed I really wanted Uncharted 3, and when my brother came down for Christmas, after I had already gotten platinum on Uncharted 2 and was already halfway through getting platinum on Uncharted 1, my brother said, oh my gosh, I forgot Uncharted 3 back where I'm working, and you just can't play it because I didn't bring it. And I was like, oh my god, I was pretty much devastated because my goal was to get platinum on all 3 of them. Little did I know is that he had Uncharted 3 waiting under the Christmas tree for me to get on Christmas, and as soon as I got that, I got on it. I got so on this. I think this is the game I got platinum on fastest, and that was just awesome. And that's why these are my favorite games. It gave me so much to do. And now, probably 2 or 3 years after that happened, we're still playing these games. Every holiday season we gather up, we try to pass these games on crushing, we try to pass them on hard, we try to get trophies that my brother doesn't have, because to this day my brother doesn't have platinum on any of the Uncharted's and neither does my cousin. So every holiday season we all gather up, we play these games, we try to get trophies, we try to pass them on the hardest difficulties, we get all kinds of food, we just have a lot of fun. And even now, we're going to travel to see my grandma, and my brother's going to take Uncharted 3 with him to try to pass it on hard, because he hasn't passed this game. We've already passed Uncharted 1 and 2 on, I think, the hardest difficulty for my brother. We've both pretty much worked on it, because I'm pretty sure I was by myself when I passed all 3 of the Uncharted games on crushing. So I'm pretty much a visual guide for my cousin and my brother when they try to pass these games, and I try to help them when they're having trouble, but I don't like helping them because I want them to feel as satisfied as I felt when I passed these games for the first time on crushing. So I try not to, even though they don't know, they're probably like why isn't he helping me? Well, it's because I want them to feel like I felt. And yeah, these games are just the best games. I just love playing these during the holidays. And yeah, so catch you guys later.
Merry Christmas from Russ Lyman and Lion-O.
Thanks, Nintendo, Doctor, and Russ Lyman. Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Game on, guys. We'll see you next year.
Dr. Nintendo here. Merry Christmas.